No, that's good. Totally fine. I just was looking for an excuse to say to somebody, go mute yourself.
I have a question about that. Does it matter to be muted if we shut up? Can we just?
It's better to be muted. Sometimes you cough or things like that. And,
oh, okay.
So bark.
Thank you.
Dean, it's time to start oh, you did.
I started. We are on the Zoom and we are ready to go. It is 11 o'clock on the dot. And that's when I light a candle. Good morning. Welcome to Community Church of Boston, everybody. I have a match that's not working. Oh! I'm going to make myself big so you can see this match.
Don't burn yourself.
I'm going to light this candle. Just what we do at the very beginning of every meeting, service, forum, whatever it is that we call our gathering of loving people. And this is a special one because we remember somebody we love, and her name is Kathleen Dinan. Can you see her?
Yeah.
Beloved Kathleen, we remember you, and we light this candle for you. Folks, you'll hear more about Kathleen during the course of this event, but let me tell you that I've been looking forward to this for a long time because it is my chance to introduce one of my tribes, one of our tribes, to another tribe. Sweet Chariot Music Festival, please meet Community Church of Boston. Very nice to meet you and hug each other because I love you both. It so happens that I came across both of you at a very similar time, and it happened to have been about 30 years ago. I grew as we grew together, both of us communities, and now here we are together. And this is going to be just an embarrassment of riches in the form of music and in the form of remembrance of Kathleen, whose picture I will put up several times. And I want to use this moment to just talk a little bit about Kathleen as depicted in this picture. This is my remembrance of Kathleen because this is where I knew her. It was during a week every year.
Can't hear it.
On a tiny island. You can't hear?
No, we have to make it louder on our end. Don't worry.
That's all I knew about Kathleen was in this moment of bliss and magical summer beauty on a gorgeous island off the coast of Maine. This is a person who was a school teacher and then after retiring became a professor and mentor to many, many more teachers. And this is a person who gave generously to the festival, loved the festival. I'll tell you that this is
it's over here.
Gaggle. Somebody is not muted. Please mute. Thank you. Till it's your turn. Sorry.
Don and Rachel need to mute.
Okay. That's enough I'll say for right now, is that what I remember of Kathleen is just joy and beauty. And I mention that just to say that this is not a sad occasion, no dirges allowed. And I have a song that evokes joy and beauty that I will sing later on in the program. But I want to just start by introducing Ritt, Henn, and the two Falcone sisters, and Marie and Beth. They join us from Cleveland. Ritt is my master journeyman bass player. He has shown up in Boston on 2 occasions to play bass on my recordings, and he has showed up not by himself, but carrying 14 charts of very carefully arranged music, and banged out 14 songs each time on 2 occasions. The masterful journeyman bass player and wonderful, just exemplary, amazing, funny, everything performer unto himself. Ritt, Beth, and Anne-Marie, I was just thinking that this could be called Falcone, Falcone, and Henn, but you know, I wanted to call it Falcone, Henn, Falcone, just so it would be a chicken sandwich. The floor is yours, Henn, Falcone, Henn.
Thank you very much.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
So
Anne
good to see
Marie,
you.
Beth Falcone, Ritt, Henn, Kathleen. Here we go.
Ritt, Beth, and Marie. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dean.
We're gonna just scoot from one thing to the next here, and say that first of all, just to let Sweet Chariot folks know that Community Church here, which is the auditorium where I'm located, is called. We call ourselves a Peace and Justice congregation since 1920. Which means that we have just had our 100th anniversary. Unfortunately, there was this certain virus that came along and rained on our parade. So we didn't do some of the things we were going to do. But I'd like to think that this event right here is an extension of our centennial celebration because it's just such a wealth of beautiful stuff. And no exception to that is our next Ohio person, Cleveland down south to outside of Columbus, Bellefontaine, if I'm not mistaken. Unmute yourself, Mr. Bob Lucas. It's so good to see you and your family beaming in from Southern Ohio. We love you and we look forward to seeing you because it's been more than too long.
Yes, it's been a sick, long time, Dean. It's just been so sick. That's why the world has been sick, but now it's not anymore. We're out, and everything is beautiful. This song, of course, my whole family is here now too, and they're listening. And you have seen Harlan this morning, and you'll probably see Chloe and Ida. And Laura before this whole shooting match is up and over. But for right now, I'm going to sing a little song only in remembrance of Kathleen, who was just like a dear, most beautiful, bright, shining sunbeam that fit right in with everything else that was so beautiful there on the island. And she brought all kinds of contentment to so many. And this little song, which I will try and sing for you this morning, is one that she told me she liked, and so that's why I'm singing it. Also, this song has a reference to a cricket, and even though this is the year of the locust, it really doesn't. It's not the same as a cricket, but I also wrote a song or wrote something about the cricket of love, El Grillo di Amore. And so I will mention the El Grillo di Amore in this song. And of course you can sing along, but make sure you stay muted because it would mess things up. Also, I want to say thank you to Dean for having us all together. It's a beautiful time. And I hope we can do this again. Anyway, I'll take off my little specs here so you can see me better. Tell me how it happens in this world of dreams. At first the time just drags along, and how it flies it seems. Perhaps it doesn't matter, and perhaps it means a lot. Anyway, it's really all we got. Sun and wind, rain and snow. Seasons come, seasons go. Took time to learn the little things I know. And only time can make an apple tree grow. It took time to get to where we are from where we used to be. It didn't happen overnight. It's mighty plain to see. Took time to get so turned around, we nearly lost the race. And only time will lead us from this place. Sun and wind, rain and snow. Seasons come, seasons go, because a little birdie told me so. Oh, it takes time to make an apple tree grow, said El Grillo di Amore to another famous singer of the blues. Well, let's sing one together while we've still got something left to lose. We'll close our eyes and sing our broken hearts out into space. We'll make a time that only time could not erase. Sun and wind, rain and snow, seasons come and seasons go. For time and time again I told you so. Only time can make an apple tree grow. Only time can make an apple tree grow. Did you hear that?
Thank you, Bob. Love it. Love it. And if you all knew that there's hundreds more songs like it, where that one came from, you would be amazed and inspired and delighted by the music of Bob Lucas and the theater ensemble that he has been the captain of for a really long time, the amazing plays that they've done over years and traveled all over the country. Thank you, Bob, for who you are and what you do. So there.
Thank you, bro.
And I want to say that there's like 35 people on the Zoom and many more on the YouTube, and included among those people are some folks that Jennifer and I have maybe never met, friends of Kathleen's from where she lived in Connecticut. If they would like to just say a few words about Kathleen at any moment, please send me a note in the chat, and we'll put you on. Time is not an object. We can go all the way till 2:00 because I need to get home and do the part of my Sunday which is sacred, which is a siesta at 3 p.m. Along with this part, which is just as sacred as it is profane, Community Church of Boston. And I hope to be telling you more about Community Church and about Swans Island Sweet Chariot Music Festival as this morning progresses. I will tell you that it's a tiny little island off the coast of Maine, Acadia National Park, Southwest Harbor, if you folks know the geography, the amazing geography of that state. And it's an island with one hotel that has like 4 rooms in it. And what it means is this is a festival that you can't get there from here, to quote too oft little expression from Maine. It's hard to get there, but there's this gang of some of the most brilliant, amazing talent that you've never heard of that have made it their own and made it a night, 3 nights of just wonderful music in a ratty old Odd Fellows Hall that is just incredibly the highlight of our year. One way you can get there, though, is by boat, and that's how these folks get there. Daisy and Stan are seasoned sailors from Essex, Massachusetts, and seasoned performers and musicians. Hey, Daisy.
Hey, Dean.
By the way,
Yes.
I want to. This is
that my hat?
That's yours, yeah.
Oh, all right. I wonder where that went.
Russell Orchards. You wondered, you left it with me.
Yeah, you
know it.
Want to have it? You want to keep it?
Are you offering it to me?
Yeah, you can have the Russell Orchards hat. I know where
Sure.
I can get more.
I'll take my Revolution hat off and put on my Russell Orchard hat.
Yeah.
All right. Daisy and Stan,
Well, Stan,
welcome.
thank you. Stan sends his very best. He happens to be standing on a ladder at the moment, fixing a piece of rotten wood on Redbird. So we have to let him do what Captain Stan does.
Tell him what Redbird is, please.
Redbird is a 44-foot black schooner, and she's up, as we say, on the hard in Gloucester, at the Gloucester Marine Railway, ready to go back in the water next week. So we're working against the clock. So actually, I'm gonna listen for a while and enjoy and celebrate, and probably have to take leave because it's also my turn to paint what we call the bulwarks aboard of the starboard side. There's a place I need to paint. So I'm going to share a song with you now, and I'm going to send you all my love and best wishes. And I want to thank Bob for choosing a song that ties in perfectly with what I'm about to sing. Time has made a change since my childhood days. Many of my friends have gone away. Some I never more in this life will see. Time has made a change in me. Time has made a change in the old home place. Time has made a change in each smiling face. And I know my friends can plainly see. Time has made a change in me. In my younger days, I was well and strong. I could climb the hillside all day long. I am not today what I used to be. Time has made a change in me. Time has made a change in the old home place. Time has made a change in each smiling face. I know my friends can plainly see. Time has made a change in me. When I reach my home in that land somewhere, with my friends who wait to greet me over there, free from pain and care, I'll forever be. Time has made a change in me. Time has made a change in the old home place. Time has made a change in each smiling face. And I know my friends can plainly see. Time made a change in me.
Daisy, thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. And so nice to see you beaming in from that house where we've never been. Beautiful new place. Am I right?
This is
Right.
built a couple of years ago. it looks like our last house. We turned it around to face the river.
All right. Please wait till he gets off the ladder to give Stan a hug on behalf of all of us.
I will indeed. Next week, Stan turns 76, and you should see just yesterday climbed the rigging 3 times while we were trying to find the peak halyards. So God bless him.
There may be smoke in the chimney, but there's still fire in the...
So, fire. There may be
Snow on the roof.
Snow on the roof. Oh,
there's
there
still
may be,
fire in the chimney.
there may be snow on the roof, but there's still fire in the chimney. There you go. Thank you, Daisy. And next we have, let's see, David Dodson from Camden, Maine joins us. David, thank you for joining us. Mary Kate by his side. David, there's an expression that Bill Burnett came up with, which is that he had a challenge to write a Dodson of songs, which is kind of like what we are here, a gaggle of performers, whatever that word of turn of phrase means. But here's David Dodson with his Dodson of songs, and is going to join us for one of them.
Thank you, Dean. Thanks for doing all of this. And I don't know what to say
We love Kathleen.
about Kathleen. She was just wonderful. She was a ray of sunlight, and very honest character as well, and self-effacing and hardworking and lovely person to have around. And I'm sorry she's not around now. I have a song that's a late pandemic song about sort of self-explanatory, so I'll just play it for you. Come out from under it all. 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 All our agents are currently assisting other customers. Stay on the line, we'll answer in the order you call. Your password is no longer valid. You're looking kind of pale and pallid. Your well-worn hopes and dreams keep hitting the wall. Come out from under it all. 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 On the one hand, your vote might swing the election. On the other hand, there's things that you can't change. The tribal fires are growing. The cold north wind is blowing. The barbarians are at the gate, and it looks like rain. Come out from under it all. Come out from under it all. Come out from under it all. Sunrise, roseate skies, another chance to wake and start anew. Time flies, open your eyes, because this just might be the day that you come out from under it all. All night long you've been drifting in the mist of uncertainty, but your time to shine is finally coming around. The view's coming through to you. Walk out into the blue. Shake loose of what's the use that was dragging you down. Come out from under it all. 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 Thank you.
Thank you, David Dodson. Just want to mention that we have a 3-concert series that's going to be co-sponsored by Tremedal Concerts and Community Church of Boston. The first one is this Friday. It was going to be Cindy Callett and Gray Larson, but there's this very well justified cancellation for the most beautiful of reasons, if you can imagine. The Locusts. They are all hanging out in Bloomington, Indiana right now, and they're making a racket. They got to come out of that ground because it's only every 17 years they get to come out and eat, greet, meet, mate, and eat and die. Because of that, we're rescheduling Cindy and Gray, who are joining us on this Zoom. Hi, Cindy and Gray, but they're just here for the ride. They say there's plenty of performers. If they change their mind, though, just saying. But these concerts, one of them is in substitute for Cindy and Gray is wonderful Joe Jenks from Chicago. Incredible songwriter, labor singer, extraordinaire touring performer. It's just a grand prize that we got him to come in and do next Friday, which is May 28th. And the reason I bring this up is that one after that is David Dodson. We get a whole night of David Dodson on Friday, June 11th.
And I just like to say that the Cindy and Gray cancellation is the strangest and most unusual cancellation I've ever heard of. It's great. I'm going to tell everybody about it. It's wonderful.
That's right.
Not that they're getting canceled, that the cicadas are there.
Yeah.
Don't you love that cancel culture when it's nature that does it? So I want to finish telling you that the last concert is June 25th, and it's certain Dean Stevens with a certain Teresa Tuduri doing being the special guest. So that's our concerts coming up. Please join in. It's the same link. If you want to join us, you can also buy tickets. It's a benefit for scholarship students in El Salvador, which is the reason we do Tremedal concerts in Watertown. And this is our virtual shortened season to say, out, damn COVID, good riddance to you. Okay, so next I want to read what Bill Burnett sent. Bill Burnett is another one of the phenomenal songwriters of this gaggle of performers and musicians called the Sweet Chariot. I recorded 2 of Bill's songs, count them 2, on my most recent record, which I still call my new record, even though it was 2 years ago. It's called Arise. And this is what Bill says. Bill Burnett, thank you for writing this. Kathleen Dinan, ? It says. Sure, I remember her. Who could forget? Kathleen was the elegant, cool, feminine breeze that was always quietly present, wafting through every location during festival week on Swans Island. She'd be there at the barn on Monday night, smiling and greeting and making everyone feel welcome. She would lighten the boats on the shanty sings, organize the CDs for sale at the Odd Fellows Hall, squeeze into a space by the stage door to catch the concerts, and be an avid audience at the after parties too. Doug's yard or living spaces were brightened by Kathleen's warming glow by day and slender candlelight by night. She did not, to the best of my knowledge, play an instrument or sing, but she was as dedicated to the spirit of Sweet Chariot as any raucous strummer. The fact that someone as classy as Kathleen kept showing up year after year, listening and participating, added to the harmony and joy. I'm sure that whatever the manifestations of heaven she's in, whatever Elysian field she's been assigned to, feels just a little more heavenly since Kathleen's spirit arrived. Bill Burnett. And I add to that this song. Again, I tell you that Kathleen, to me, is all about joy and the bliss of high summer and the beauty of this festival and sitting around after the after party, that would be called the after party, just taking in whatever it was that happened that night and laughing about it and it being 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was, and staggering to bed and getting up the next morning, sleep deprived, and joy is what Kathleen was about to me. She carried herself with such elegance, grace, and style, and hid from everybody except her dearest friend, Jennifer, my wife, would be one of those many. She kept from us the fact that she was carrying this horrible congenital condition, life condition, and was battling against death all the time. And despite that, to me, she was all about joy. I'm going to put her picture up again while I sing you this song, which to me is also all about joy. The song is written by Susan Werner, and it has a little bit of Greek mythology in it, and it has a little bit of religion. You don't know its primary branches if you ain't been alone with the stars, to quote a certain Cindy Callett or Margaret MacArthur. That's where I heard it, on Cindy's record. Anyway, this is a song that has made me really happy, and I can't help think of Kathleen Dinan and think of joy. Da 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 da. The moon is going to work. He is hitching up his horses, and his favorite team, of course, is big old Jupiter and Mars. Da 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 da. The moon is going to work. And his plow blade is a crescent, sorry. And the evening's warm and pleasant. It is time to plant the stars. He will turn the rich dark earth of night. He will scatter sparkling seeds of light. They will glow until they grow, and then the cities all will come to claim them. Who could blame them? So make a wish on one of them before they disappear. moon is going to work. You can hear him if you're listening. There's a little tune he's whistling, and it is time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Right here is where maybe a little Eric Kilburn mandolin would be really nice. Little Rachel Nicholas scatting in. Little Bob Lucas on banjo and Ritt Henn on bass. Here's where the chords change, are a little different, but you already know that because you're such great musicians. Fill the acres of the skies, working westward as the night goes by. And when he's done and day's begun, and then the stars soak up the sun like flowers through the daylight hours. And how they sparkle in the night before our very eyes. The moon is going to work, and with diligence and patience, he grows the mighty constellations. It is time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Hitch 'em up, hitch 'em up. The moon is going to work. The moon is going to work. The moon is going to work. All right. Kathleen, we remember you, and Susan Werner. Thank you for writing that song. It is my pleasure now to introduce Eric Kilburn. Eric, would you like to say anything to introduce this song, or would you like me to just play it?
Well, I'll just say it's a video that a friend of mine and I shot on Thursday morning. This is the multimedia portion of the worship service today. It's a song that I wrote just after the inauguration, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I got the pleasure of recording a Brazilian duo at the studio this winter, and I started really appreciating and being challenged by Brazilian rhythms and melodies. And this song is a familiar melody to many of you, I'm sure. It's based on the song Girl from Ipanema. And thanks go out to Billy Novick, who played flute, and Jesse Williams, who played bass, and Eric Schwartz, who played keys, and my friend Christo Charias, who did all the video work. So here it is. We shot it Thursday morning. It's kind of a weird little quickery of video because it features two of me, but some people would say one is quite enough, my wife included. But anyway, here it is. It's called The Boy from Mar-a-Lago.
Tall and fat and lumbering slowly, the boy from Mar-a-Lago is golfing, and when he passes, the women he passes say, ew. Expecting crowds of cheering sycophants, a practiced air of swaggering arrogance, the boy from Mar-a-Lago sees no one around. of spray tan and insomnia. Why doesn't somebody tell him? Say, has anyone heard from Melania? So many things used to annoy her. Now she just wants a good lawyer. Gone are days of grabbing women. So many lawsuits, his head is swimming. The boy from Mar-a-Lago is golfing alone. The disconnect when you think you're a hero and most of the country thinks you're a zero, a fiddling Nero when the nation needed you. Tax returns can no longer be stonewalled. The High Court says that he must release them. Stormy won't even return his phone calls. And his old pal Jeffrey is through. What's a narcissist lecture to do? Tall and fat and waddling slowly, the boy from Mar-a-Lago is golfing. And when he passes, the lads and lasses go, ew. They all go, ew. They all go, ew.
Eric Kilburn.
Didn't Michelle Obama say when they go low, we go high? Well, I didn't.
That's a perfect song for church, say I. I've been lobbying. I haven't gotten much purchase yet, but I'm still hoping to make it community church. April Fool's Day be a high holiday where we celebrate the need for church to get over its own sense of hubris and self-importance. Eric, this song is just fabulous and just such a great parody, and it really reminds me of a certain Roy Zimmerman, the master of parody and political satire, who we at Community Church drop everything to host every time he and his wife and partner, songwriting partner Melanie Harvey come to town. We send this out to Roy Zimmerman as a tribute to him. And let's see, I've got some new messages. I was so absorbed in, it looks like Dillon Bustin is next. We are just going from masterful songwriter after masterful songwriter. And Dillon unmutes himself and joins us. So good to see you, Dillon. Let me make you big on the screen. There he is. Hi, Dillon.
Good morning, everybody. Delightful to see you all, my people. For Kathleen, I thought I would sing an old Irish song. This is Eileen Aroon, which is attributed to the legendary harpist Carol O'Daly. I know a valley fair, Eileen Aroon. I know a cottage there, Eileen Aroon. Far in the valley shade, I know a tender maid, flower of the hazel glade, Eileen Aroon. Oh, in the song so sweet, Eileen Aroon, who in the dance so fleet, Eileen Aroon. Dear is her voice to me, dearer her laughter free, dearest her constancy, Eileen Aroon. Were she no longer true, Eileen Aroon, what would her lover do, Eileen Aroon? Fly with the broken chain, far o'er the sounding main, never to love again, Eileen Aroon. Youth will in time decay, Eileen Aroon. Beauty must fade away, Eileen Aroon. Castles are sacked in war, chieftains are scattered far. Truth is a fixed star, Eileen Aroon.
Thank you, Dillon.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. This is a funny thing. I don't know if you can hear this, but there's Copley Square is an ever-changing phenomenon. Right now, they have blocked off 6 blocks of Copley Square so that Adidas, the company, the shoe company, can host a running event. It's all these Olympic runners doing sprinting events. And it looks like it's just a made-for-TV event, but they completely messed up traffic. And now they're playing through their PA system. I don't know if you can hear it. Operatic singing. It's very loud. I hope that you can't hear it, but it actually sounds quite nice, but it's kind of not quite what we're doing. Anyway, we have Deborah Packard, Deborah and Peter joining us from Burlington, Vermont, or somewhere near there. Deborah and Peter, unmute and join us.
Oh, we are unmuted, but boy, what gorgeous spirit and togetherness this is. It's a gift. It's a real gift. So Kathleen was somebody who was such a gentle and welcoming spirit, as has been said over and over again, and we're appreciating her spirit. That image of her Dean is just beautiful. It's as though she's listening to everyone with that interesting kind of bemused expression that she had such a quiet nature, but had a clarity to her eyes that was really just profound. Anyway, the song that we are going to do is one that we've done a lot. It's called Heij Migaki, with my usual apologies to Gaelic speakers. It's a song in Gaelic that translates to a person who is away for one reason or another, and longs to return to a beautiful place. But in the course of this song, it's clear that that place never left the singer, and the singer has never left the place. And there's all kinds of ambiguity, not really ambiguity spiritually, but This song is about returning to Kintail, the beloved Kintail. I will, and the rough translation is, I will take myself there. I will return to the cattle fold of Kintail. I will take myself there. I'll return to the spring house, the summer house, the fall house. I will go there. I will return to Kintail. Eish me gaggle, horo gaggle. Eish me gaggle, kro Kintail. Eish me gaggle, horo gaggle. Eish me gaggle, kro Kintail. Eish me lumhina, lumhina, lumhina. Eish me lumhina, lumhina. Eish me lumhina, lumhina, lumhina. Eish me gaggle, kro Kintail. Gaggle, 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 gaggle. Gaggle, 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 sorry. Eish me nam shine, nam shine, nam shine. Eish me nam shine, eish me nam shine. Nam shine, nam shine. Eish me gaggle, kro Kintail. Eish me gaggle, horo gaggle. Eish me gaggle, kro Eish me gaggle, horo gaggle. Eish me gaggle, kro Peter, do you want to say it?
I actually remember Kathleen before she stopped coming, you know, and just how warm she was to us. It was just really welcoming. And then when she was gone for a couple of years, she was sorely missed.
Her presence was missed, felt,
Yeah.
but missed anyway.
Yeah.
And just a radiant spirit.
Deborah and Peter, thank you for joining us from all the way up there, bringing us this beautiful. I was just so wrapped up in your beautiful guitar playing, Peter, and your singing, Deborah. Oh, yes, yes, yes. John and Rachel, and I kind of like am losing myself so much that I kind of get behind on the stage managing here. And then Doug and Juliana and Lydia and all of you up there, maybe next after John and Rachel, and Lisa is after that. So that's a little thing if you aren't getting the chats. Just want to say a couple things about Community Church. We have several programs before we knock off for the summer. And it used to be in like May that we knocked off for the summer, but we've had the possibilities of such great programs that we keep on extending the season, even past what the newsletter says we're going to do. We have next week Michael Sheridan, who is a filmmaker and who teaches filmmaking to young people in all kinds of unlikely places like Somalia, like Haiti, like in underserved communities in Boston. The week after that is June 6th, and it's something that we do frequently is in early June is Remember the Rosenbergs. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, who were executed in 1953. Community Church was very involved in trying to keep them from being executed by the nation of the United States of America. Find out about them and join us for a program which will feature their granddaughter, who's named Jen Mirapol. And she will talk about the most recent effort to exonerate Ethel Rosenberg and about other things that their foundation does. It's called the Ethel and Julius Rosenberg Foundation for Children. It's remarkable work that they do. The week after that, we have a podcast, a bunch of podcasters from Central America who are called Central American News. You can find that if you look for the podcast. They will join us from several Central American countries. Each one of them contributes each week to a podcast news service for Central America. The week after that is a new edition, June 20th, and it's Stephen Donziger. And if you don't know about Stephen Donziger, I really want you to find out. Stephen Donziger is a lawyer who sued Chevron. It used to be Texaco, and then it became Chevron for polluting the living hell out of the Amazon of Ecuador. And he won a huge settlement against them. And Chevron proceeded to take on a campaign of incredible harassment against Stephen Donziger and basically put together a private prosecution of this man and got a sympathetic Trump-appointed judge to carry on a case against Stephen Donziger, and they got him disbarred and they got him charged with a misdemeanor, which and a draconian punishment where he has to be on house arrest and he has to be wearing a bracelet. It's just horrific stuff that Stephen Donziger is going through for successfully challenging the man, a major oil corporation. Stephen Donziger, June 20th. And finally, one last one that just came through, and we're just so happy to be co-hosting this event on Sunday, June 27th. Mazen Kumsia. Mazen Kumsia is the founder and director of the Palestine Museum of Natural History. The notion of doing science in the midst of a brutal occupation like that is unimaginable, but he does it, and he does it with elegance and grace. Mazen has joined us a couple of times in the past, and this would be, we thought, a wonderful moment to hear from Mazen again in this horrific time in Gaza and in the West Bank, and against the Arab citizens of Israel. It's just horrible. Mazen Kumsia, we're going to co-host that with several organizations, UUs for Justice in the Middle East, and a group that meets here in our church. They're called Muslims for Progressive Values. And another group that meets here in the church occasionally, they're called Jewish Voice for Peace Boston. And finally, the group called Mass Peace Action. That's going to be a marvelous event on Sunday, June 27th. John and Rachel, our dearly beloved, are joining us. They have a new album that is about to come out, and we're so excited about that and about seeing them very soon. Someday we'll be together, and that someday is sooner than you think. Believe me. John and Rachel, take it away.
Hi, sweet charioteers.
Hi.
So great to see and listen to all of you. One thing no one has mentioned about Kathleen, and maybe this is a Thibodeau house secret, but she kept us all very well supplied in delicious baked goods.
Cookies. Really great cookies. Anyway, Kathleen, I hope David doesn't mind, but we sang this for his birthday. But we thought this song would be perfect for Kathleen. It's called End of Day, Mona Lisa song.
You've seen the cracks in the bell and the scars on the moon, wide awake in the dark when the sun comes up too soon. The Mona Lisa smiles in a secret way. That's what you got at the end of the day. The bloom is off the rose and the birds are on the wing. You pulled your card and the queen began to sing. The Mona Lisa smiles. What more can you say? That's what you got at the end of the day. You just want to know why she's never down, no matter what happens all around. You would love to be that way at the end of the day. Seen the rain coming in, so you ran for the gate. You know the joy of love and the twist of fate. The Mona Lisa smiles like she knows the way. That's what you got at the end of the day. You just want to know why she's never down, no matter what happens all around. You would love to be that way at the end of the day. The Mona Lisa holds your gaze, staring through the veil of time. Is it really just a smile that makes her look so sublime? The band's all here, but the choir's running late. Something's out of tune, but the spirit is great. The Mona Lisa smiles like there's no other way. That's what you got at the end of the day. You just want to know why she's never down, no matter what happens all around. You would love to be that way at the end of the day. You would love to be that way at the end of the day.
John and Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
light up my life. Oh yeah, just so nice to hear from you, and tell you that we miss you and miss all these people that are on this call. Some from Community Church. I see Lenny from Brunswick, Maine. I see NFP. I don't know where NFP is. If you'll chat us and tell us some places you're calling in from. Of course, Cindy and Gray from Bloomington, Indiana. There's Craig Knopf from Winchester, Massachusetts. There's Daisy from Essex, Massachusetts. David and Mary Kate, Camden, Maine. Deborah Packard, Burlington, Vermont. Deborah L., is that Deborah Lamatra, maybe, from Los Angeles? Possible. Diane Simpson from Jamaica Plain. Dillon from Rockland, Massachusetts. Dorothy Weissman from up maybe Newton or Chestnut Hill Way. Doug Day, Camden, who we're going to hear from right next. Elaine Hanlon from I don't know where. Seamus and Sue from Orono, Maine. Jennifer Johnston, I wonder where she's from. Brookline, Massachusetts, I believe. John Felton, I think they are some ex-Swans Island folks that are joining us. John and Judith from right here in Back Bay somewhere. There's Judith, would that be Judith Woodruff from Watertown, and Karen Klein from Newton, and Kevin Devine from down in maybe Braintree. Krista from I don't know where, and Lisa Redfern. Lisa, you're next, aren't you? Will you unmute for us? There's Mary Lynn and Mike Wilson. Hi, Mike and Gina. And Rachel's iPad. That would be this. Yes, that would be.
Doug was next.
Yeah, I messed up, Lisa.
Oh, you want me to go next instead?
Are you ready? Are you ready now, Lisa?
Sure. I just thought Doug was next.
I blew it. Lisa, we've got you on Spotlight. Take it away, Lisa. We love the songs of Lisa Redfern, and I'm sorry that I missed Lisa's Spotlight with the Mad River Theater. That would have been great to see that. Lisa, you join us from around Bath, Maine, is that right?
I'm in Brunswick, actually.
Brunswick, okay.
Yeah. So thank you, Dean, and it's so great to see everybody. And hello to Community Church. I got to sing there several years ago. That was really a pleasure. And what I will miss most about Kathleen are our long and funny and sometimes tearful conversations about life and relationships and motherhood and not motherhood. And I will miss that connection with her greatly. So this song that I wrote a few weeks ago came out of finding a picture of myself at 4 years old sitting in my sandbox, and I was remembering how much those times just sitting outside by myself and listening to the birds and making up songs, I really had this existential experience as a kid, feeling like, oh, this is church. This is holiness. This is divinity. Listening to the birds and sitting in this sandbox. And I was, anyway, I came home and wrote this little song called Holy. You are holy as you are. I am holy as I am. We are holy where we sit and where we stand. Sunday school wiggling on a wooden chair, picking at my dress and playing my hair. Clicking buckles on Mary Jane's, my big questions never changed. What about Moses and what about Ruth? We can't be the only keepers of the truth. And how could anyone really walk on water? Teacher told mom better talk to your daughter. You are holy as you are. I am holy as I am. We are holy where we sit and where we stand. Back home in my big backyard sandbox, feeling part of it all without my shoes and socks. Spirits sifting through fingers and toes. Little body humming with something kids know. You are holy as you are. I am holy as I am. We are holy where we sit and where we stand. The the divine is found at Popham Beach and in the birches sway by the river's reach. Questions rise on the path to the pond. They rest unanswered in the beyond. You are holy as you are. I am holy as I am. We are holy where we sit and where we stand. You are holy as you are. I am holy as I am. We are holy where we sit and where we stand.
Thank you, Lisa Redfern.
You're welcome. Thank
It's a
you.
beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. It kind of reminds me of a song that's called Holy Now. That
Yes, I know
is
that song.
Peter Mayer, I believe is his name. And the trio, Khaled Epstein and Falcone, do it so well. And I feel that song so much as we get on in the years, young at heart, but not so young in body. It just becomes like so apparent that the saying I'm saying all over and over again now is, life is too short and you die, so drink in every delicious moment and help whoever can't do that as much as you, drink it in too.
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.
Hugs to Peter and the boys. And we have Doug Day on the line, and up next, Doug was the one who brought us all to Swans Island in the first place. And this is a master raconteur and songwriter and organizer of people and bringer together of people. Doug it was who brought Kathleen Dinan to Swans Island in Sweet Chariot to begin with. I believe it was after he had done a musical or theatrical residency in Kathleen's classroom in Connecticut. Doug, are you there?
You bet.
I'm here too.
There he is. Hi,
Right.
Lydia, Juliana, which one was it?
That's Lydia, even though she looks like Juliana. Because she's big now. Juliana looks like Gianna over there with the zinnias. That little I'm gonna, as Dillon said, tell a story on myself that involves Kathleen. With Lydia, Diana, Julia, and maybe Jackson up college at College of the Atlantic, where I just finished, wrote how to start the water and the stove in the Swans Island house where he's going today or tomorrow. The story to me, when Dodson was singing that great new song, Come Out from the Dirt, Y'all, I thought he said come out from the Dirty Hall, and I wasn't quite sure it was, but coming out from the dirt, y'all, gives me a good segue to this Kathleen story. You'll notice these quality lilacs that Bradley brought over the other day and gave me a thought of coming out from the dirt, y'all. I was traveling down to a gig, and Juliana and I just visited the Jenkins a couple weeks ago. He was because she had a full of frogs that she was using to teach her first science Zooming. So we were watching the progress of the tadpoles every day in Sandy's Petri dish in New York City. I remember the time the residency that Dean referenced there a minute ago, where I was hired to stay in not actually the school Kathleen taught in, but the one in the same town where she lived, Willimantic. And in Willimantic, Connecticut, they have the best examples of public sculpture ever created, and that is the Frog Bridge.
Yeah.
And if you I'm not clever, have it, but just click on Wikipedia and look up the Frog Bridge in Willimantic, Connecticut. You'll see these magnificent 16-foot frogs drooling over, sitting on top of spools, because in Willimantic, Connecticut, they used to make thread, and the mills there created thread, which got put on great spools. And so the frogs on this bridge sit on great spool. They themselves have eyes as big as golden basketballs. So when you're driving through, check out the Frog Bridge. The day I was driving, I thought to stop and pick a sprig of lilacs like these for Kathleen, because my friend on Swellen, Basil Joyce, his house right now is resplendent with about 50-foot diameter collection of lilacs. He told me when he was a young boy, he took one sprig, planted it in the ground, and it became 50-foot diameter circle that we can see now. So I thought I'd bring Kathleen a sprig of lilac. But when I brought Fons Island en route and then to the Frog Bridge, the one I had brought from Maine was wilted, too wilted, I felt, for experiencing a proper planting. So I pulled off the side of the road near Willimantic because I saw a willow, a black bush that was healthy. And as I endeavored to get the healthiest branch with my pocket knife, I cut it to the river. And I was really muddy. I did my best to change my pants, but I really didn't have a changed shirt. Anyway, I took off the shirt and I hung it out the skylight of the old Mercedes Benz, and I drove shirted over to school. The shirt had dried by the time I got there, so I put it back on and I went in to do my gig with the guitar and Kath's third years. Well, wouldn't you know that as I was singing, it wasn't All God Critters Got a Place in the Choir, but something like that. Wouldn't you know that just at a crucial point, with all the third graders clustered around, out of the pocket of my drying shirt stuck the head of a frog. He had successfully blown out his shirt in my effort to dry it, and he was tucked in the shirt pocket, but no longer, because he stuck his head out of the shirt pocket just at the crucial, helpful moment when you're singing a song to third graders. So that sprig of lilac, she did plant her rock garden behind her house. I hope it's still doing fine. I think it took root. And I was just reminded of that event. So if you are thinking of Kathleen fondly as I am with lilacs blooming, I hope that you'll think fond. She who helped things to grow as a teacher for her whole career, and the time when, like Sandy, teaching her students about bugs with her tadpoles, that day Kathleen and I realized the happy emergence from the shirt pocket, making her class absolutely delighted, the way they were accustomed to, because she taught them every day. That's my contribution to the Kathleen Day. I never told it before.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. I hope you will tell us that story again this summer on the island. It got a little choppy with the connectivity thing, but beautiful lilacs in remembrance of Kathleen. And this is my chance to say to a lot of people my just sincere thanks for all you do and for keeping this alive for 30 plus years. We have Mary Kate. Hi, Mary Kate. Take it away. Mary Kate Small joins us on the side of David Dodson. and has a number to offer to us all. Hi, Mary Kate.
Hi, Dean. Thank you so much for doing this. I don't know if any of you are Patty Larkin fans, but she put out an album called Tango many years ago, and if you happen to have it in your CD collection, there's a song called Kathleen. It isn't one that I can sing, and with her open tunings, you know how it is to try to play something like that, but it's so lovely, and I think she wrote it for her big sister, and I'll share it, just a line with it with you all, and it says, "Oh, Kathleen, you were the golden girl, carried your halo in your pocket, keeping the kitchen clean, Kathleen." And that's so true from from our times with her, as everybody at Thibodeau know. But anyhow, it's funny. The song I'm going to sing for you today is called "Love Goes On," and you know I believe Kathleen goes on. It's funny that we're singing it today because I wrote it on the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, maybe 11, 12 years ago or so. And that's kind of like what it would be now if Memorial Day were earlier. But anyhow, I just want to say hello if my Auntie Tessie from Vancouver Island is still out there with Cousin Elaine. And if Boreana's still on the call, this song is about my hometown. It's referenced, which is Andover, Mass. So all you community church folks from Massachusetts, it's here you go. Oh, and there's bird chirping parts that I hope you will all do in the privacy of your homes, in your muted states. Do chirp when you know that it's appropriate. Even when it's not, just chirp away. Somewhere this sunny Sunday, as I hang these clothes out to dry, there is a bird singing. Sometimes do you wonder why? And I imagine a baby waking. What's that child been dreaming of? An old man reads the morning paper. A couple makes love, and the birds chirp up in the tree there. They sing the love songs. No matter what we're doing, love goes on. Just before the town hall entrance, he holds a peace sign. Most evenings as twilight descends, that's where they spend their time. In many places the battles rage on, but here these veterans of life wage peace. In this my town where missiles are made, I could not be more pleased. For the birds chirp up in the tree there. They sing the love songs. No matter how bad life can seem, love goes on. They stand there in joy and sadness, the old and wise young. They stand up to the madness of a world that's gone wrong. Hear the birds chirp up in the tree there. Can't you hear their love songs? No matter, love goes on. Don't forget it, love goes on. Give it, get it, love goes on. You won't regret it, love goes on and on. For the birds chirp outside your window, they sing our love songs. No greater power is there to help us greet each dawn. Love goes on. Love goes on. Love goes on. Love goes on and on. Love goes on. Love goes on. Love goes on. Love goes on and on. Don't forget it.
Mary Kate. Love you, Mary Kate. We talked about you last night. Jennifer and Daniel and I went up to visit my brother Jay and wife and their boy Carrick. Had our first social visit together, and Henry Putman was there, who was a lovely, beloved friend, and also friend and just amazing pro bono professional advisor to this church. And we happened to hear about you. There was a present for me or for us, and it was covered in wrap because Jay wanted to tell the story. And it turns out that someone came in the driveway, and unbeknownst, Jay answered the door, and it was Mary Kate. And she'd gone on one of her quixotic pilgrimages. I love that kind of thing. I want to. There's a museum in D.C. that I want to go, not to do all the other stuff that you do in D.C., but just to go to this museum. It's called the Museum of the Palestinian People. Drive 9 hours to go there. David Dodson once drove a bunch of hours to a Dillon concert and wrote a song about it. That's one of the coolest songs he's ever written. And so, Mary Kate, thank you for your pilgrimage. And we got some chocolates out of it. You see, it's a pilgrimage to the last sale of Van Otis chocolates because it's summertime and the chocolate starts to wilt in summertime. So you've got to get rid of all the stock. You have a big sale. Mary Kate drives 5 hours to buy up whatever she can.
Only 3.
Only 3. Well, we got some.
And I do not buy out the place. I'm very conscientious that there are other chocolate lovers, but I do go. And Jay and Krista have been so kind to me and shared their home with us. And I just wanted to remember them. And of course, you guys. So my pleasure. Yeah, Van Otis Truffles, my friends. Remember that name when they open in September.
And on the subject of Andover, Massachusetts, I just want to recognize Boreana Tacconi, who's also joining us on the call. Hi, Boreana. We love you, and we hope to see you soon. Wow. This is so overwhelming, and I've been doing so many things. I just want to put out word that this is generally the Q&A part of Community Church's event at the end. And if there's anybody who wants to, this is Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer.
Yes, hello. I just wanted to give all of the friends and family of Kathleen and the Sweet Chariot friends and family, I don't know, just say one, thank you for being here. You know that, Kathleen loved you all very much. And she felt you with her as she was passing on to the next place. I played her music. I know people called the hospital and played music for her. And she was thrilled with your friendship and your love. And I know you all felt it. The cookies, the just being there, steadfast for all of us, listening to us, and having us support her in her journey. It was a beautiful, beautiful, graceful life. And I feel very fortunate to have met her and been her friend. So love, love to all of you, to Kathleen.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer, my wife and beloved partner, and we get to do Sweet Chariot together every year with our boy Dan since the day he was born. So lucky. We have Geoff Kauffman on the call, and Geoff emailed that he was not sure if he could connect. But Geoff, are you able to unmute and just say hello or sing? You're an a cappella guy. Geoff is not unmuting. He mentioned to me that his laptop died and that he and Penny are off traveling somewhere and that he wasn't sure, but I see his name. Oh, he just unmuted. Geoff, are you there?
Yeah, hi there.
Hey,
I'm on
Geoff.
video, but I need to get the video on too, I guess. I'm having Penny do this because I'm actually driving.
Here they are.
Go left.
Hi, Penny.
Okay.
Hi, Geoff.
Hi there. So, we were on a road trip to Frostburg, Maryland, and we did some biking on the Great Appalachian Trail and all of that. And my computer died one night, and so I didn't know if there was any way of getting on, but I did figure maybe the phone would be a possibility. So I don't know what the sound quality is, but I would sing a song for Kathleen.
Go for it. It can't be any worse than
Yeah, I can't fool around with original sound at this point. But anyway, here we go. Is a song that I always think of for her and for it's sort of a, for anyone in Sweet Chariot, because of all of the connections of language and sailing and all of it. Anyway, it goes like this. You will always fly, even though your journey's over. Stars will chart the sky, and the moon will be your lover. Fortune plays a lonely game that forces all apart. But here and there are much the same in the language of the heart. You will always sail, even though the wind should leave you. Your ship will never fail, and the seas will never grieve you. Fortune plays a lonely game that forces some to part. Here and there are much the same in the language of the heart. You will always be, even though time would disown you. You have set us free. Those among us who have known you. Fortune plays a lonely game that forces some to part. Here and there are much the same in the language of the heart. People could sing that with me. Fortune plays a lonely game that forces some to part. Here and there are much the same in the language of the heart. For Kathleen. Well, there is, but that's okay. There was another verse, but that'll be good for now.
Geoff Kauffman, thank you. Thank you. I knew you could rise to this occasion.
Love to all, and sorry we weren't able to tune in sooner. But anyway, I'm glad to be here.
All right. All right. Geoff and Penny, love you. Have a safe trip.
Thanks.
Don't run off the road from doing a acapella number for us. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Again, I want to do one thing which I have not done yet. Two things, actually. Just we're at church. We take up a collection. You can go to our website, and this is the collection plate. Actually, it's something I got at a thrift store for about $2, but it's beautiful. And you can go to our website, and it's a credit card, PayPal kind of thing, if you so desire. I want to tell you that we are celebrating an enormous new phase of this building. It's a 5-story storefront commercial building in Copley Square, and we are about to flip the switch on new heating and air conditioning. It's something called air source heat pumps that are electric and replace our old oil-fired boiler, which served us for 40 years and is still serving us, but as we were told is on death's door. So we are really happy to flip the switch on that. It was very expensive. Luckily, we got this wonderful grant from the utility, Eversource, that paid for 2/3 of it, and we pay for the other third through our utility payment, which will be over time. It's a beautiful thing, and these are electric air source heat pumps. Another thing that we do, besides take collection and talk about new things going on, is joys and concerns. I want to tell folks that Ed Pazanese is still in the hospital at the Sherrill House, which is across from the VA hospital on South Huntington Avenue. If any of you want to just find the number for Sherrill House and ask for him, you can talk to him. He'd love to hear from you. He's extremely bored, and hopefully will be out in several days. He's got some physical therapy to deal with. Ed Pazanese, who is a new and wonderful board member and very active on the program committee, has brought us a whole bunch of really nice programs through some of his contacts around the city of Boston. I also want to read, we read each week from Eduardo Galeano, Children of the Days. It's a day book. Eduardo Galeano is my favorite Latin American author. He passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, and he wrote in a lot of just small vignettes about the history of the Americas all the way from prehistory to now. And this is the entry for May 23rd, and it's called Manufacturing Power. In 1937, John D. Rockefeller, owner of the world, king of oil, founder of Standard Oil Company, passed away. He had lived for nearly a century. The autopsy found not a single scruple. Eduardo Galeano. Anybody else who wants to add an additional 5 cents worth of wisdom, knowledge, craziness, anything? This is your last chance, because otherwise we'll say mating at the building is soon be over.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Jennifer. Love to all.
Daisy, thank you.
Great to see everybody.
Thank you, everybody who joined us today. I want to let you know that this event is on our YouTube channel. Somebody put the link in the chat, but just remember, Community Church of Boston official, and you can find this concert, let's call it a concert, there, and you can find more about Community Church. You can also attend after the fact, a whole mess of wonderful events that we've already had. The likes of Daniel Ellsberg, who spoke in December, Chris Hedges, who spoke in December, Richard Wolff, that's a really key, wonderful event. There's also a Katie Curtis concert and several other just great things for you to check out on our YouTube channel. Meeting at the building, soon be over. All over this world, meeting at the building, soon be over. All over this world, unless you want to hang out. Meeting at the building, soon be over. All over this world, all over this world, my Lord. All over this world. Amen, hallelujah. Amen, hallelujah. Amen. Amen, amen, hallelujah. And I blow out the candle. And we don't have to leave even, we can just hang out. If there's anybody that wants to say hello, if Doug wants to tell us the latest about news from Swans Island. I hear that Mike and Gina are actually joining us from the island. We haven't heard from them yet. And any community church people? Silence is golden. That's what a Quaker meeting on Zoom would have sounded like.
Dean, thank you for putting this whole thing together. That was wonderful.
You're welcome, Seamus and Sue, my dears from Orono, and we hope to see you soon. That's an incredible backdrop. You all are not on the island, are you?
No, but that backdrop is from our backyard there at Thibodeau's.
Okay.
This is what I use in my class to avoid having to clean my video space.
We'll mention to you that Seamus is a professor at UMaine Orono, professor of computer science, if I'm not mistaken, but has many other incredible passions like climate and Antarctica and physics, about which we've heard him propound. Let's just say hello one last time to this image of the beautiful Kathleen in sweet repose in that same ocean where as Seamus's backdrop, and those beautiful sunsets and those beautiful rocks. I just so happen to have a few on my desk here.
Dean returns from Maine with several samples of our geology. It's all official research, right, Dean?
Official research, and it'll be in my will that they'll be returned upon my demise. This one is great. It's a shell, kind of a petrified barnacled shell. And
there you go. Polished by the waves.
Beautiful flowers, only 600 million years old. Although Seamus knows more than I and might dispute that provenance.
Close enough.
And saving the very best for the very last. The prize.
Oh boy.
I hope I don't drop it on my laptop because the meeting would really be over then.
Please don't.
We'd just like to say thank you, Dean, and so great to see all of you and hear all your voices. And we're here on Swans Island dreaming about Sweet Chariot and hopeful that we'll see you all here in person in a couple of months.
Mike and Gina, that was Mike and Gina, and they just, wait, let me make you big. There they are. All right. All right. What a treat. What a treat to see you both.
Good
And
to
it
see
was
all of you and hear all of you.
really hard to miss that 1 year. And did you all go up there last summer, or you must have?
Yeah, we did. We were here. It was very quiet and peaceful and a good place to quarantine.
Yeah. Mike and Gina have a lovely home, and they host one of the after parties of the festival. Always a key event of the first week in August that we all enjoy so much.
Which is our good fortune.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's pushing nap time. And
Dean, before we go, I don't know how your elder members of the community church are, but my 93-year-old auntie, a woman who grew up on the prairies of Saskatchewan, she attended today, and I just want to send my love all the way out to Vancouver Island, to my Auntie Tess.
Auntie Tess.
11 years ago, she flew to our wedding because Tessie's like that. She's just a sport. And she's also a wonderful, beautiful, holy woman, mother of 10. And so I'm just so delighted to see her today. And so I just want to thank her daughter, Elaine, my dear loving cousin, for arranging that. And there's Elaine right there. Hey, Elaine. Hi, Tess. It's your niece MK here, just wanting to thank Dean for providing this opportunity for us to be together 3,000 miles apart.
There they are. Hold on. Everybody can see you now. All right. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Tess. Thanks for joining us this morning. And you can find us at this same link any Sunday. We have lots of great programs upcoming. And thanks, Mary Kate, for bringing them to us.
And I think I brought Mike and Nancy too. I sent an email in the wee hours of the morning to all the people I was thinking might enjoy this. Mike and Gina, rather.
Thank you very much. Mom, they can hear you now if you want to say something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Tess.
Thank you, Tessie.
All right. Thanks for joining us. And I think that our youngest was named Harlan, and he was with Bob and Laura, and at the very beginning of the program. So we had quite a spread of beating hearts and life with us today. It's just great, just great. So anybody else want to say hello? Again, anybody who missed it and wants to see it, it's on our YouTube channel. And there we go. People are starting to say goodbye. Thank you. Geoff, that was a beautiful song, says Ritt, Beth, and Anne-Marie. All right.
I don't know how to send, but Peter and I say thank you.
All right.
Beautiful gathering, everybody.
Thank you all.
See everybody.
And we'll see you soon. All right, folks. Make progress. Build community. Seek peace. Make lasagna.